is really happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
The Scorpios Rex was a menacing hybrid that was first introduced to us back in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3. Born in the year of 2009 and then after put into cryogenic freeze, this creature terrorized the island of Isla Nublar as it was accidentally let out back in 2016. We all saw their demise as the original Jurassic Park Visitor Center collapsed on top of them, crushing their bodies. But could we see the return of this hybrid in Jurassic World Chaos Theory? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. Today we're going over the possibility on whether or not the Scorpios Rex could be returning to Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Something that nobody asked for, but I'm going to talk about anyways. It's one of my favourite creatures, and I feel as though that there is actually some interesting information here that's worth discussing nonetheless. Today we're targeting 1,500 likes on the video, but we're also continuing our target of 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year. While the channel seems to be unfortunately slowing down for now, there's still a lot to be covered from the franchise, so make sure you're coming back every day to check out what's new from the Jurassic franchise. If you're here right now and haven't seen my videos for a while, why not go on the channel right now and see what interests you that's been uploaded in recent times. I'm sure there's something for everyone. But for today, let's get to discussing the Scorpios Rex in Chaos Theory. So once you're ready, sat back and relaxed whilst enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE of course, it's time to figure out whether or not the Scorpios Rex will be returning in Jurassic World Chaos Theory. The Scorpios Rex, arguably one of the hybrids that actually took me by surprise. When it was first initially announced that a hybrid dinosaur was going to be the big bad dinosaur of Season 3, I can't lie, I was quite disheartened. I was really upset and I was just truly hoping for a more natural dinosaur. But wow was I surprised, and I was surprised in a good way. When we saw that Scorpios Rex reveal in Season 3, the way it acted, the things that it killed, the way it killed them, I was blown away. And then we also got to learn the backstory of the Scorpios Rex as well, just to add even more to it. I truly loved it, and I did not expect to ever love a new hybrid, but here we are. The Scorpios Rex, arguably one of the best creatures of the franchise, and I really hope that maybe Universal will go ahead and make a short film about its original creation. I've actually got a really fun script here, and I'd love to show it to Universal one day, but to see the Scorpios Rex in live action, it's something that I really dream for, because it's so cool, it's so good. But how was the Scorpios Rex left entirely? Well, of course, as we know, there were at least 2 Scorpios Rexes known to the best of our knowledge. Now, it is probably safe to say, like 99% safe to say, that there were only 2 Scorpios Rexes ever made. Obviously, only one was truly made by the hands of humans. The other one was more of a kind of replication from itself, and that's how we ended up with 2 Scorpios Rexes. Now, in the end of Season 3, towards the end of Season 3, both of these Scorpios Rexes actually ended up dying. And the way that they died actually came from the visitor center collapsing on top of them. Now, obviously, we're not too sure what happened after that. We don't know if their bodies were recovered, or whether or not their bodies just decomposed and the fossils are still there. That would actually be really cool to explore. But at the same time, it doesn't really seem like those dinosaurs could have survived in any way. I mean, sure, they did technically return to Isla Nublar in Season 5 when it came to Kenji, his dad, and Dodson. So they might have had a run-in with the Scorpios Rex's fossils or dead bodies. But other than that, I don't really see how this Scorpios Rex story could go. It's very unlikely that the Scorpios Rex could be featuring in Jurassic World Chaos Theory. By very unlikely, I think it's practically improbable. The only other way that another Scorpios Rex could be made is in the same way that they took the Indominus Rex DNA from its fossil to help create the Indoraptor. That's the only way I see the Scorpios Rex ever being remade, because initially it was the first ever, well, somewhat successful hybrid, and it was a hybrid that they didn't really want anywhere. So why on earth would they go ahead and create another Scorpios Rex? It was literally just an animalistic dinosaur for the sake of killing. It didn't listen to commands. It was so unnatural and unpredictable. It's just not practical to make a hybrid like the Scorpios Rex ever again. There was actually some practicality behind the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor, but behind the Scorpios Rex, absolutely nothing. So in my logical opinion, I do believe that the Scorpios Rex is very improbable to be returning to the franchise anytime soon, at least post year 2016. I just don't see how they can do it and have it make sense and not to be a repeating storyline. Yeah, so it doesn't seem likely that the Scorpios Rex is returning. However, this is what I wanted to mainly talk about in today's video as well. Just because I said that I don't think that the Scorpios Rex will be returning, doesn't mean that I don't think hybrids will be returning. I know, we seem to have gone past that era of hybrids now, we left that back in the 10s. But if we were to be honest, hybrids, they're still in the realm of possibility. I did make a more fully in-depth video about this a few months ago, before Chaos Theory even released, so please go ahead and check that out as well. However, to kind of briefly sum it up, hybrids are possible to appear in Chaos Theory. Firstly, we have the Spinoceratopses. As we know, there was some kind of Manticore Island cleanup after 2018, and of course we know that the Spinoceratopses were alive and on that island. As far as we are aware, there seems to be a Velociraptor taken from Manticore Island, Bumpy was taken off, and also Big E.T. So clearly at least 3 species from that island have made it off onto the mainland, which could only imply that quite potentially the Spinoceratopses could have also made their way onto the mainland as well. Now, whether or not this is going to be a big plot line or not, I don't know, because Universal didn't want hybrids in Jurassic World Dominion, and Universal also didn't want Chaos Theory going past the date of Jurassic World Dominion either. So using that to aid to some logic here, I'm not too sure that Universal want the Spinoceratopses to appear in Chaos Theory just because they don't really want hybrids in that era of Jurassic. That's understandable, but I just hope we kind of get a understanding to what happened to their story. But besides the Spinoceratopses, DNA of these dinosaurs are everywhere. As we see in Dominion, dinosaurs are being shipped out across the globe, we see that in Chaos Theory as well, but also DNA sequences are being shipped across the globe as well. And with Biosyn also seeming to just create their own dinosaurs and then let them out into the wild so that they can then go capture it so they can get more money from the governments, which is quite a nifty plan actually. It's clear that these dinosaurs can still be made in today's era. So who's stopping someone, theoretically speaking, from understanding the science of how to create a dinosaur, but then going further and studying the science of how to create a hybrid dinosaur, the same way that Dr. Wu was able to do so? Maybe not quite as perfect, since we know Dr. Wu is pretty much a mad scientist, and he's got at least 30 years under his belt doing that with dinosaurs, but at the same time, I'm not surprised if there's going to be 1 out of 8 billion people to create a hybrid dinosaur. There's another chance that there's somebody else out there who has the capabilities and means and even funds to go ahead and create another hybrid dinosaur. Nothing in this world is truly stopping someone from making a hybrid dinosaur again. Now, it can't that makes sense from the lore perspective, yeah? It makes complete sense in the universe. However, whether or not Universal want hybrids to be made again, I'm not too sure, because they didn't exactly have the best rep, but in my opinion, Scorpios Rex, they nailed it. Indoraptor was pretty cool, and Indominus Rex was a great reboot to the franchise. So, I wouldn't be entirely opposed to having another hybrid story because it's logical. You know, it is truly logical and hybrids can happen again. But to kind of summarize the whole video and the title, whilst hybrids are logical and can happen again in this franchise, the Scorpios Rex unfortunately just doesn't really make too much sense, and I feel like its story just kind of stops in 2016 when it dies in Camp Cretaceous Season 3. But that doesn't mean we can't have a live action short film backstory to the creation of the Scorpios Rex. Universal, hit me up, I have a pretty good idea. So there we have it. Whilst we may not technically get the return of the Scorpios Rex, practically ever, we still have the potential of hybrids appearing in the show once again, even if it's just the Spinoceratopses at the very least. Which in fact is actually a video you can check out that we recently discussed on the channel as well. So be sure to go to that video if you want to learn more about what happened to Angel and Rebel during Chaos Theory. But for now, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new around here. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you, did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.